Have you ever felt like you're constantly running towards something that always seems just out of reach? You pour in your effort, your energy, your time, yet doors don't open, people don't respond, things don't flow. And after a while, that silent frustration grows into inner exhaustion. But what if I told you that what you're chasing might not be the path, but the distraction? Chosen one, this message isn't for everyone. It's for the ones who have done the work, stayed obedient, fought battles in silence, and wondered when the breakthrough would finally come. I'm here to tell you today, stop chasing, because what's meant for you is coming, and it's coming supernaturally. This is not about giving up. This is about alignment. It's about releasing control and making room for divine intervention. If you've been feeling like you're pressing, but nothing is progressing, you need to hear this. God's about to deliver something you couldn't manufacture on your best day. Chasing isn't the same as calling the world teaches us to hustle, to chase, to grind until it breaks. But when you're chosen, your destiny doesn't arrive through force, it arrives through faith. There's a big difference between pursuing your purpose and chasing a perception. When you're chasing something, you're usually operating from fear. Fear of missing out, fear of falling behind, fear of not being seen. But when you're walking in your calling, you move with peace. There's a deep inner knowing that what's yours can't miss you. Some of you are chasing relationships that were never meant to be restored. Some are pursuing positions, followers, or favor that you were never designed to carry. And you wonder why it's not working. It's because it's not yours. Chosen ones don't chase, we attract. Not because we're perfect, but because we're aligned. When you're in divine alignment, the right people, opportunities, and doors begin to find you. God is not interested in you burning yourself out chasing things He never assigned. He wants you to be still, to trust, and to receive what He's already ordained. Divine timing is real. One of the hardest truths to accept is that even good things, when received outside of divine timing, become burdens. You may be ready emotionally, mentally, even spiritually, but if heaven hasn't released it, it's not time. And no amount of chasing can force something into your life that isn't in season. Chosen ones walk by timing, not by impulse. That's why you feel off when you're forcing things. It's your spirit saying, this doesn't fit the schedule. Divine timing means God is working behind the scenes in ways you can't see. While you're wondering why the door won't open, He's preparing the room. He's adjusting hearts, shifting circumstances, and protecting you from premature exposure. And when it's time, when it's truly time, it'll happen suddenly. The opportunity will feel effortless. The connection will be mutual. The provision will feel tailor-made. Why? Because God doesn't send partial blessings. He sends complete assignments. If it's not complete, if it's still full of resistance, manipulation, confusion, it's not your time. Let peace be the indicator. Because when the timing is divine, it won't require chasing. It'll require preparation. Your spirit knows what your flesh can't grasp. Have you ever been in a situation that looked perfect on paper, but deep down, something just didn't sit right? That's your spirit speaking. And chosen ones live by the Spirit, not by sight. The reason chasing feels exhausting is because you're trying to override your intuition. Your flesh says, keep going. It'll work eventually. But your spirit knows this isn't the path. This isn't aligned. This is a distraction dressed in opportunity. We live in a culture that celebrates effort but ignores discernment. But when you're chosen, you have to learn to trust your inner knowing. Because your anointing is sensitive. Some things you chase may be good, but they're not God-sent. And there's a difference. You weren't created to compete. You were created to carry. And when you're carrying the presence of God, your moves are different. Your energy is different. You stop running toward things and you start attracting what's in sync with your assignment. Trust your spirit. It's picking up things your mind hasn't even processed yet. If something feels heavy, forced, or confusing, that's your cue to release it. Because what's meant for you will feel aligned in both peace and purpose. Supernatural favor requires surrender. Let's talk about favor, real favor. Not the kind you force, fake, or finance, but the kind that flows from heaven. Supernatural favor doesn't land in the hands of the clever. It rests on the shoulders of the surrendered. Some of you are praying for divine access, but still holding on to control, still chasing outcomes, still calculating every move. But here's the truth. God doesn't bless what you're pretending to be. He blesses who you truly are and where you're truly willing to go. Favor finds you when you stop striving and start trusting. That business idea, that life partner, that opportunity you've been chasing, God doesn't need you to force it. He needs you to flow with him. And flowing with God means letting go of your timeline, your pressure, your attachment to how things should look. When you surrender control, you make space for supernatural encounters, for divine appointments, for favor that doesn't make sense to anyone but you and God. You're not delayed, you're being positioned. And the moment you fully surrender, doors will open without knocking. People will bless you without asking, and grace will carry you where effort never could. Stillness is your superpower. In a world addicted to motion, stillness feels like failure. But in the kingdom, stillness is strategy. Chosen ones aren't moved by trends, they're moved by the truth. And one of the greatest truths you'll ever learn is this: stillness isn't stagnation, it's preparation. You don't need to hustle for what heaven has already scheduled. Sometimes God places you in a season of divine pause, not to punish you, but to prepare you. He's clearing your heart. He's sharpening your discernment. He's showing you what's not for you so you won't settle when what is for you arrives. Stillness teaches trust. It strips away false identities and external validation. It forces you to confront your motives, your wounds, your faith. And in that stillness, something sacred happens: clarity. You begin to see what truly matters. You stop chasing what you were never meant to carry. You stop auditioning for roles God never cast you in. Stillness is where the supernatural becomes visible. It's where you stop chasing and start receiving. Don't rush this part. Sit with it. Because stillness isn't the absence of movement, it's the presence of alignment. What's meant for you will recognize you. Here's something most don't talk about enough. What's meant for you doesn't just come to you, it recognizes you. When you're aligned with your divine identity, you radiate a frequency that matches your assignment. You don't have to chase what is spiritually wired to find you. That connection you're waiting for, it's already on its way. That breakthrough you've been praying about, it's circling in God's divine timing, looking for the version of you that's ready to receive. You don't have to convince the right opportunity that you're valuable. You don't have to beg someone to see your worth. The moment you stop chasing and start aligning, everything meant for you starts flowing in your direction because it recognizes your spirit. It knows your hunger. It senses your faith. It hears your obedience. What's meant for you won't come with anxiety, confusion, or chaos. It'll come with confirmation. Let that settle in. God didn't design your destiny to be earned through exhaustion. He designed it to meet you at the intersection of faith and identity. You don't have to run toward it. Just walk in who you are, and what's meant for you will run toward you. The delay is divine. Let's be real. Delay feels personal. It feels like rejection, like punishment. But the chosen one, delay is often disguise. God hides what's holy. He doesn't throw sacred things into reckless places. That delay you're experiencing isn't because you're forgotten. It's because you're being protected. There are things you're not seeing, people who don't have pure motives, circumstances that would crush you prematurely. So God delays, not to deny, but to defend. He's preserving your promise so it doesn't get trampled. He's waiting until your capacity matches your calling. That's why things that worked for others didn't work for you. That's why you couldn't force that door open, no matter how hard you tried. Because the delay was divine. God is orchestrating details you don't have access to. He's synchronizing timing you couldn't manipulate if you tried. And when the delay is over, it'll be sudden, unexplainable, effortless, and undeniable. Chosen one, the delay didn't block your blessing. It positioned you to receive it without compromise. Don't curse the process just because it's slow. God is too wise to be early and too faithful to be late. Stop chasing. You've done enough. You've tried enough. You've proven enough. Now it's time to rest in the truth that what's meant for you is not only coming, it's coming supernaturally. There's a version of your life that doesn't involve begging, striving, or burning out. It's a life rooted in peace, alignment, and favor. That life starts the moment you let go of the hustle mentality and embrace the spiritual truth. What is yours is already assigned. When you stop chasing, you start receiving. You move with clarity. You hear God more clearly. You discern what's real from what's counterfeit. The world will keep pushing you to chase, but you weren't built for the world. You were built for the kingdom. And in the kingdom, your job isn't to chase your blessing. It's to position yourself for it. So breathe. Let go of what's not flowing. Release what no longer fits. Stop trying to fix what was meant to be released. What's coming to you will be confirmation, not confusion, alignment, not anxiety. God hasn't forgotten you. He's just been preparing you. You're not missing out. You're being set apart. And when it finally comes, it'll be worth every second you waited.